chicken stock. Let's get cooking. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of FatBoi Cooking with me, your host, the floating torso wearing a denim apron. On today's episode we are going to be making chicken stock, which is a flavorful liquid used from chicken bones and other vegetables that flavor the water. Stock is used in a variety of things such as soup, stews, and even some sauces. So buckle your seatbelts and grab some popcorn because we have some chicken flavored water to make. Let's do this. While I squeeze my way behind the counter, take a look at this awesome new recipe list. I'm going to start by taking the top and the bottom off the onions. Then I'm going to make a nice vertical cut right down the middle of it. And be sure to repeat the same step with the other onion as well. I'm leaving on the papery outside layer as it contains oil which will help flavor the stock. Once each onion is cut in half, take each half and cut that in half, if that makes any sense. Aim for about a 2-inch dice and place into a bowl. Take the stalks of celery and cut them into inch-sized pieces, and be sure to put those in the bowl as well. Repeat the same process for the carrot, 1-inch sized piece, and place it into the bowl. In my brand new fancy shiny stock pot, I'm adding my chicken bones and checking to make sure that that little weird film paper wasn't left on them. And then adding all the cut vegetables. To that I'm adding 6 cloves of garlic, slightly crushed with the paper left on. And then a nice bundle of fresh parsley. The parsley and garlic act as an aromatic which adds a little more oomph to the stock, you know what I'm saying? Add water into the pot until it comes up to the same level as all those delicious floating vegetables. Add a teaspoon of kosher salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. You should never over season your stock as it is just a base. A really salty stock could mess up your end product. Plus, this is going to be cooking and reducing for a very long time. The reduction could amplify the saltiness. So a little bit of seasoning will go a long way in a stock. Now it's time to put the heat on high and let it come to a boil. Once boiling, reduce the heat to medium-low. The stock should just be barely simmering at this point. Put the lid on and let it simmer away for 6 hours. One more thing. Every 20 to 30 minutes, make sure you are checking your stock to see if there's any foam or scum that appears on the top. If there is, all you gotta do is just take a ladle or a spoon and kind of just skim it off. The foam is essentially protein that comes from the chicken bones. It is harmless and flavorless, but if you leave it in your stock, it could break up and leave it gray and cloudy, which no bueno. Thankfully for me, I didn't really have a lot formed, so I didn't have to do a lot of skimming. Alright, so it has been 6 hours and it is time to strain the stock. For this process, I'm going to be using a fine mesh strainer or chinois and a 12-quart Cambro to hold the liquid. So all I'm doing here is pouring the liquid into the strainer. If any of the bones or vegetables come out, which they will be stuck in the strainer and not be released back into the liquid. All that should be left in the pot is the bones and vegetables, which can be discarded in the trash can. Alright, so there you have it, an amazing homemade chicken stock ready for use in your next soup. For me, I'm going to be using this in chicken noodle soup, which you can see in the next episode of FatBoi Cooking. All that's left to do with this is stick it in the fridge, let it cool down, and we'll be ready to use it the next day. So I do want to thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. As always, the recipe will be included down below in the description, and I will see you on the next episode of FatBoi Cooking. Take care, everyone. Honest.